You ask, she declines. Again, the same excuses. You feel confused, frustrated, and a deep sense of rejection. You're left wondering, what's going on? Why won't my wife sleep with me? You hear the same reasons on a loop. She's tired, she's busy, she has a headache. But what if those excuses aren't the real problem? What if that headache has nothing to do with her head and everything to do with a broken emotional connection? If you're ready to stop hearing excuses and start fixing the real issue, this video is your game plan. We're going to break down what those excuses really mean and give you a clear, actionable plan to rebuild a passionate, powerful connection with your wife. Here are the top 5 excuses that wives give. Let's validate what you're hearing. The excuses, while frustrating, often have a grain of truth. They are the surface-level symptoms of a deeper problem. Here are the top 5 that you are most likely to encounter. 1. I'm too tired or I'm too busy. This is the most common one. After a long day of work, managing the kids, and running the household, she's genuinely exhausted. Sex feels like another task on an endless to-do list. This is also popularly referred to as mental load. If we were brutally honest, much of the items on the to-do list are self-inflicted and a conscious choice on her part. You are not a priority in her mind if she says this to you, and her actions show it. Second, I'm just not in the mood. This feels vague and dismissive, but it points to a lack of mental or emotional arousal. For many women, desire isn't spontaneous. It needs to be cultivated. If the emotional environment isn't right, the mood won't be either. Sometimes you gotta tease it out of her bit by bit. Third, I don't have time or you want it too much. In any case, these are signs and symptoms indicating that you are not the priority for her. Let that sink in. She has over 10,000 minutes every week, and she can't be bothered to share even 1% of that time building a physical, deep relationship with you. Number 4, she feels disconnected. She may not say it outright, but if you feel like you're roommates more than lovers, this is the reason. If your conversations are purely transactional, about bills, kids, chores, she feels emotionally distant and physical intimacy is the last thing on her mind. 5th, health or medical reasons. This is a very real category. Hormonal shifts from pregnancy, postpartum, or menopause can drastically lower libido. Pain during sex, infections, or the side effects of medication can also be legitimate barriers. So let's not forget this. Now, those 5 excuses are just smokescreens most of the time. They are symptoms. To solve the problem, you have to understand the root causes. There are 4 fundamental breakdowns that are happening. First and foremost, you are not her priority. This is a brutal truth to face, and it's often at the core of the issue. Deep down, she may not be convinced that you are the best man that she can get. When a woman perceives her partner as her absolute best option, her champion and her rock, she naturally prioritizes him and the connection. However, if she starts to believe that she can do better, or that you are not the high-value man that she married, her primary energy will flow elsewhere, to the kids, to her career, to anything but you. Her desire is tied to her admiration. When her deep-seated belief in you as the prize wavers, her attraction plummets. Second, relational leadership is missing. A relationship needs a leader, not a dictator, but someone who provides stability and direction. When a husband is passive, indecisive, or adds to the family's stress, the wife is forced to step into that masculine leadership role. She has to manage you, make all the decisions, and carry all the weight of the family's direction. When she has to be the CEO of the house, she can't relax into her feminine energy, and the polarity that causes sexual tension dies. Attraction cannot coexist with maternal feelings. Third, there are physiological and hormonal factors at play. This is not an excuse, it's biology. Stress is a primary libido killer. When life is overwhelming, her body produces cortisol, a stress hormone that actively suppresses sex hormones. Also, major life stages like postpartum and perimenopause cause significant drops in estrogen and testosterone, directly impacting desire, arousal, and even causing physical discomfort during sex. Fourth, the resource exchange dynamic is broken. A marriage is a partnership, but it's also a delicate exchange. She provides respect, admiration, and desire in exchange for things like security, emotional stability, leadership, and presence. This isn't a cold, calculated transaction. It's a primal dance. When you stop providing the emotional leadership resources that she needs to feel safe and secure, her motivation to provide the respect and desire that you want evaporates. Now here's the fifth secret one, the really brutal one. You were never her first choice. This one may be the worst. She feels like she's settled for you, like she's so much better than you and she can replace you whenever. There were other men in the past who left an impression on her, and you never quite measure up, and she secretly longs for that man that put her in her place and brought her to absolute ecstasy. You might be thinking, okay, but it's just sex. It's not. The consistent refusal of sex is one of the most critical warning signs in a marriage. It's the canary in the coal mine, signaling a much deeper problem. First, it signifies a profound loss of respect. When your leadership is absent and your presence is weak, her respect for you erodes. And for a woman, respect is the foundation upon which desire is built. Without respect, genuine, passionate desire is virtually impossible. This leads to a downward spiral. You feel rejected, so you become needy. You pressure her, or you withdraw in anger. She feels pressured and misunderstood, so she pulls away even further. This widens the chasm between you, making connection feel even more difficult. The more you push for sex as the solution, the more she resists because you're trying to fix a symptom, not the disease. Ultimately, this points toward relational collapse. A sexless marriage can survive if both partners are content, but when it's a source of tension, it reveals a fundamental breakdown in communication, connection, and trust. The refusal isn't about sex. It's a vote of no confidence in the relationship itself. Now, understanding the problem is half the battle. Solving it is your responsibility. This isn't about fixing her. It's about you stepping up. You are the captain of the ship. This doesn't mean that you're a dictator who barks orders. It means you provide a calm, steady hand on the wheel. Here's what that looks like. 1. Presence. When you are with her, be with her. Put the phone down, turn off the TV, look her in the eye when she's talking. Use a calm, steady tone. She needs to feel like she's the most important person in the world to you at the moment. That is presence. It makes her feel seen, heard, and valued. Next is direction. A ship without a destination is just drifting. You must provide direction. This means having a vision for your relationship and your family. It means you plan the dates. You initiate difficult but necessary conversations. You make decisions instead of saying, I don't know, what do you want? Your decisiveness creates a sense of safety and allows her to relax. Next is boundaries. The captain protects his ship, which means you establish and hold firm boundaries. Kindly, you say no to things and people that drain your family's resources and energy. You protect her from unnecessary stress. You don't let her get away with disrespecting you, but you correct her with love and not anger. This firm, protective frame is incredibly attractive. Next is playfulness. The roommate dynamic is serious and transactional. The lover dynamic is fun and playful. Tease her, flirt with her, start a tickle fight in the kitchen, break the monotony, and inject some fun and intrigue back into your lives. Playfulness signals that the world is safe and that everything's going to be okay. Now, talk is cheap. It's time for action, starting today. 1. Audit your leadership. Take an honest look at yourself. Where are you being passive? Is it with the finances? Is it the weekend plans? How about the morning routine with the kids? Identify 1 or 2 domains that you've been neglecting and take complete ownership. Don't ask to help. That makes you a subordinate. Announce, I've got this, then execute flawlessly. 2. Create safe, low-pressure connection moments. Intimacy begins long before the bedroom. Your goal is to fill her emotional tank with no expectations of sex. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes every single day for non-logistical conversation. Ask her about her day, her worries, her dreams, and just listen. Don't try to fix anything. Just listen to understand. This builds the emotional safety required for physical intimacy. 3rd, upgrade your value. Become a man with a mission beyond just your family. What is your purpose? Get back in the gym and take care of your physical health. Become that calm, emotional rock for your family. Develop your own principles and live by them. When you are a man on a mission, focused on your own growth, you become magnetic. Be irreplaceable. The person who is harder to replace is more valuable. Be the best that she can get, and she will naturally draw closer to you and seek to be with you in every way. If things don't end up working out with her, you are already primed to be an amazing option in the dating market. The excuses are not the problem. They are the data. They are the signal that the connection is broken, that safety has been lost, and that your leadership is needed. Her refusal is not a rejection of you as a man. It's a rejection of the current dynamic of your relationship. You have the power to change this dynamic. You are the captain of the ship. It's your job to lead. Your job is not to demand that she get on board, but to create a journey so compelling, so safe, and so exciting that she wouldn't dream of abandoning ship. Lead the connection, take ownership, embody calm strength, and you will not only solve the problem of excuses, you will become the man that she feels safe with, the man that she admires, and the man that she deeply desires. If this video is hitting close to home, chances are that when you go to fix these dynamics in your relationship, there are going to be fights as you make adjustments. Check out this video up here to equip yourself so you can be ready to change things and be better in your relationship. Stay strong and become the hero you are meant to be. The iron is hot, the forge is ready. It's time to get to work.